a semi.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the.
Hold on, no, I was about this too. Let's do a different intro because we always say "Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen."
But I want them to feel welcomed.
I know we can say something else.
Find a different way.
Okay.
Like, let's just everyone brainstorm real quick. Like, don't use "ladies and gentlemen."
Yeah.
Try not
But
to
now
use
it's
welcome.
stuck in my head because that's
I don't
what we
think
do
any
every
ladies
single
watch
time.
this.
Probably not. Because we can't even say like "good evening" or "good morning" because they may be watching this at whatever time.
But
Yeah.
it's evening for us right now, so that
It
makes
is,
sense.
but they could watch this like the next morning, and then it'd be like, "What are these guys?"
And then
on?
they'd be
It's like,
confused.
yeah.
I mean, how about this weather, though?
What do you mean? Is that
What?
your intro?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, last week when we were out here, I don't know if you could see it very well in the camera, not a single piece of greenery out in this woods.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Now you look behind you, grass is growing in, shrubs are
Yeah.
growing in, leaves on the trees.
You want to know what else is coming in? Devin's allergies.
Oh, I thought you were going to say this weekly installment of...
That's what I thought you were gonna do too.
Speaking sporadically,
I was
that's
about to
even
say- I
better.
was about to say RNN News.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the 55th
I forgot
episode of
about
Speaking
that.
Sporadically and Devin's allergies.
Ew. That's when we need the soundtrack. We need to get a soundboard.
Yeah.
Like a soundboard that's actually hooked into a mic, and we can click it, and it's like, ew.
Yeah, that's excessive half the time. It just gets annoying.
Because then we just sit there, yeah.
we can have it on like every 5th episode. Because that would actually be funny.
In the title, like, don't listen to this episode if you get annoyed easily.
Yeah. Because you've seen those COD players that are able to do it, right? When they
Yeah.
have a conversation like, how did you kill me so fast? And they'll just click the, I'm fastest, boy.
Well, that's funny for like the first 2 rounds, but at the end they're just sitting
Exactly.
there spamming everything. It just
It's
gets
just
annoying. We're like, all
annoying.
right, no one's laughing
If
anymore.
we have someone that has like some control on it,
Mm-hmm.
well, not like self-control.
That'd
Like,
be-
if you do it and you just have the perfect timing and you
Yeah.
limit yourself to like 5 or something, it could be pretty good.
yeah, but that would never happen.
You can control yourself.
Probably, but still.
I'll work on it. We have a spare mic jack right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Plug her in.
I mean, yeah, you really just plug it in
Probably.
so that it's like perfect timing. And then like Devin, when he does something like that, ew.
If anything, we should have like. Oh, I just saw this. We need to have like a button that like has lights and music go on. Hold on. All right. So at
Make
any
the lights
point we
blur.
can like hit the button and like math like we can like an instant rave like we click the button and just
Are you talking about that video that went viral on TikTok?
I did see that.
The
Yeah,
kid,
yeah, dude,
kid
live
played
the
COD.
streamer.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
streamer. Like gets a kill, throws an instant rave, literally flames up in his
He
room.
has some flamethrower smoke machines, like the lights. Like we need to have a button that we can just do that, turn it on for 5 seconds. Like this is the 50th episode, and then it goes crazy for like 5 seconds, and we turn it off.
That would be
I'm like,
sick.
how was your gentleman's weekend?
We do not have the budget for this.
I know we don't.
We do not have the facilities for
We
that.
don't.
We're gonna have to
don't.
use that dollar earned to buy stuff like that.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
We need
a
to figure out how to get
struggle.
our ads back in so we can withdraw because we're stuck at like
Yeah.
$9.59.
I ain't even too worried about it, honestly. I don't do it for the money.
I do it for the fame.
But the money's a nice bonus.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be funny. One of these episodes, like we should have that frame empty and just be like, yeah, we had to cut into it.
We had to cut the funds. Yeah.
Or do we just like cut it in half or fold the dollar in half? Like we had to buy something for 50 cents. It wasn't good this past week. We're running low. If any of you wants to send us anything, we're here.
Have we talked about podcasts and random locations yet?
No,
in
we
an
haven't.
It's a gas idea.
So, I don't know. Did you kind of come up with it, or how did it come up? I don't think I was involved with it.
Was it Devin or was it Isaiah? Because it was
I
me.
came up with like the name.
No, it was definitely you two because
us two in the car.
you pulled up to my
Yeah.
grandparents' house to pick me
Yeah,
up.
that's a whole story by itself. But I told myself I was going to try not to talk today because obviously I have major allergies. But whatever.
Too late-
can't
too
turn
late-
it-
too
you
late
can't
for
turn
that.
on the pod. So we wanted to play Magic the Gathering, which is a game we like to play one night. And Sherm was at an Easter party, right, at his grandparents. But he's been there all day, and it was like later in the night. Some people were going.
yeah,
home
we were
and
we were doing that Midwest goodbye where it takes
Yeah,
like an
yeah.
hour to leave and function.
Yeah.
And I had work the next day, so I couldn't stay up super late playing this game, but we still wanted to play. So we're like, all right. And then Sherm's like, yo, you boys want to come pick me up? And me and Trey are like, yeah, I guess.
Well, we already sat there for like 10, 15
we were
minutes,
sitting at my
and we
house
set up
waiting.
for a game. Like, and we're like, I'm about to draw my first card and play. And we get that text. We're like, all right, fine. We'll just stop. We didn't start yet. We'll just go get Sherm
We
real
sit
quick.
there, we're driving there. Sherm texts me, wait, we may be leaving now. I don't need you guys. Oh my goodness. And we're already on the way. We're like, too late. We're coming. We pull outside of Sherm's grandparents, and we're sitting there waiting, and this is where the idea sprung. I can't remember how it started.
You're probably
Like how
just
the
like,
conversation
we should
started.
do a
Yeah.
pod right here.
That's what Trey said. Like, Trey said, dude, we should just do a podcast in the middle of a street one time. And then the next episode goes somewhere else. And I'm like, bro, let's just title it Pod in Weird Places. And we actually need your feedback on this. If you're listening to this and know any of us or can contact us, let us know if you want to see this. I think it would be pretty fun. It'd be a lot of work. We may have to do like every other week to make sure we get like clearance for this. But we're going to title it Pod in Weird Places. And every episode, we're going to be in the most random spot. Like Trey said, his first idea was literally at the end of a cul-de-sac. We'd literally just basically block off a road that's not on too much, set up a plastic table, the dead center of the street.
Just sit there.
Our whole setup right now, as we have it, is completely, wireless. We don't need anything to plug in. We just have basically a battery that powers stuff. So we could go literally anywhere we wanted as long as we had batteries charged. So, like, bro, every episode, like I was thinking, we go to Center Street, we find like a massive dirt pile, we literally set up on top of there.
Middle of a cornfield.
Perfect.
Like, literally in the middle.
Dirt pile.
Yeah, yeah. I know where one is. I know where one is in the town, bro. We could go.
Wouldn't that just be a hill? A dirt pile?
Yeah.
Prop up on top of there, middle of cornfield. Like, obviously, more ideas would flow. We were also thinking, like, you think if we would go into like a gas station, they would stop us? Because some gas stations have little tables. You can even like, hey, you know, if we just like,
Oh, we could do a library.
yeah,
Because they always have really nice seating for people that read and stuff.
yeah. And we would just have to talk a little quieter,
Yeah.
but we're usually pretty quiet
just-
anyway.
Yeah, don't yell or anything.
We go to a library. What else is
Dude,
there?
I want to go to like Walmart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we find an aisle in the back of Walmart no one uses, we just kind of set up in there. A worker walks by. How's it going, man?
I mean,
keep walking.
honestly, it'd probably be even funnier if we got kicked out and stuff.
Oh, that would be
Like,
funny.
it'd be funny.
On
Just,
camera?
just
Chill,
middle,
chill,
just
let me
middle of an
grab the
episode.
yeah. He's like the Walmart employee comes up. Oh, you want to say something? Yeah, you guys got to get out. Oh, man.
Oh, that's not what I wanted you to say. Have you guys seen that? I keep thinking of like clips, but have you seen that clip where the kid throws the ball in Walmart and then they turn around, the employee's just right there and he's just like, go get it. Because it was funny because they pan the camera, no employee, they throw it. And then this man just like appears and he's like, yeah, go get it. And they're like, okay.
I haven't seen that before.
Why is
It
it
is
so
hilarious.
funny?
It is hilarious. You have no idea where this man comes from. They do a full 360, and he's probably like upper 60s. He's like one of those really nice guys that seems like he doesn't get worked up about anything. And they're like, go get it.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I definitely think we could do something like that.
I think
There's so many places like the local beach.
Yeah.
That would be lit. Yeah.
There's endless places.
if we
Yep.
get bold enough on the water, like as long as we get a decent enough boat or we
Well,
can
dang,
insure.
Isaiah has a semi-working pontoon.
Like, as
It
long as
floats.
we have a big enough platform
Yeah,
that
just-
floats and has, like, you know, a little bit of bear. Like, a kayak would be too risky.
Yeah.
Like, we got a little boat or whatever.
Or I just said, like, literally just set a table up, like, right, like, not far in, but just, like, whatever you call the edge of the
Yeah.
edge of the water,
yeah,
whatever you
Just
want
so
to
your
call
feet
it.
are kind of in the water.
Yeah, and just
then-
set chairs up
then
where,
the
like, your
background
legs
is
are up
just
to
pure
here.
water.
That'd be
Yeah.
hilarious. And then the one thing we would do is every episode we would act like nothing different. We would start it completely normal, not mention the location once.
Yep.
And like even change the thumbnail so it's the cabin normal, and then people click on it and they're like, "What are
What?
they doing in the middle of a lake?" And we're just like, "Welcome back, guys."
But yeah, it would be
Yeah, we
cool to
got-
get, like, on a pontoon, like, literally middle of a lake, like,
Yeah.
nothing around.
Pretty boring. Up in a tree. We all climb a tree. We sit in a branch. And we just like run some
All right.
cords up
That'd be,
there.
that'd be uncomfortable for an hour.
Possible. There's actually a tree right out there that, I don't know, Devin, you can probably see it. See the one that has that little V in it?
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I can climb up that tree and I'll
Then-
sit in there.
But what Jacob said too, with like the thumbnails, like the collage of pictures or videos or whatever,
Yeah.
we could do that too if we all sit in the same exact spot every episode. Like you can just make a montage of all the different places we were been, and like it all mashes together. That would also be a
Like
cool.
we sit the same order of people, the same style in every place.
Yeah, which we already do here most of the time
Yeah.
when we have all of us.
And then we just clip through all the locations.
Yeah.
For like the intro.
That'd be fun. I like.
Also, how do you guys like that last intro? Put some work into that.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Hopefully, we got a new one coming that's not obviously because that one was very tailored for that episode.
Yeah.
Hopefully, in the future, we'll have one that's
Yeah.
just overall.
We want to
us.
make one that's just for the channel.
Yeah.
I know, Devin, you showed a really good one of, was that Logan Paul in
Mhm.
general? Was that Impulsive?
They're impulsive.
Impulsive.
Yeah,
episode.
so
It's
they're
just,
one.
Yeah. It's just a whole bunch of fast pictures of, or little video clips, basically just pictures because it's so fast of all their past episodes, like funny parts and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that'd
So-
be cool.
We got to work on something like that.
Yeah. The thing I thought about too is, as of right now, it may be hard because we only have 5 actual videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully, in another month we'll have a few more episodes and we'll have a few more photos and stuff that
One
we can
thing
do. That'd be
we could clip
funny.
them from episodes, or we could also like, I don't want to say stage them, but like go out and film them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
that's
we
for
talked
sure.
about you having a race with someone. Like when we have Frank on, you could get like a 10-meter start, and then Frank could gap you.
We don't
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. Maybe not next week now. Sorry, Frank.
Might be a couple months.
But yeah, so that would be cool. But no, definitely, yeah. Now that it gets warm out, we'll do pod in random places.
Especially when
Yeah.
school ends. I think we'll have all a lot more free time and we can
Mhm.
go ham and do things and stuff like that. So looking forward to that. Speaking of, what's this month? April?
April. Late
What
April.
is this
Hang on
month?
just-
What is this month?
When did fantasy football end? When would that be? No,
That would have been
December?
End of November.
Before the
November.
Super Bowl.
It's before playoffs start.
Yeah.
Yeah, before playoffs
So
start.
sometime in November, I'd say.
Yeah, November.
Early
Yeah, around
November,
November.
mid-November.
So what's that? 5 months?
Yeah.
That's actually okay. That is kind of bad.
No, that's really bad.
yeah, that's
pretty
pretty
bad.
bad. But just yesterday, the loser of our fantasy football, the 2021 fantasy football season of Speaking Sporadically, the loser finally did his punishment.
And we're
And-
talking finally.
Yeah.
Completed it. Not
Yeah.
by his own will.
Did we ever tell the story of like actually getting?
I think they know what the punishment. I guess we'll say it
No,
again.
of actually getting the
Getting the
dress
dress.
for him.
Oh no.
Yeah, go through what you all
Well,
had to do for that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
first re-explain what the punishment was,
Yeah.
because we probably have a lot of new viewers. So we did a fantasy football 2021. The loser, we all decided, we all put in some money, so the winner would get money. The loser had to wear a dress,
Mm-hmm.
order food at a local bar, walk probably a mile each way. No, it's not.
I'd say
a half mile.
A little
each
over
way.
a half mile, probably.
So probably like a little over a mile total on the busiest road in our town, which is pretty busy.
Which grant? I mean,
It's busy, but it's not like
it's busy for people you know. It's not like
Yeah.
a city where it's
right.
like insane,
it's not
but
like four.
but you'll
rows
definitely see a lot of
wide.
people.
like you could
know.
still cross the road.
Yeah,
pretty
Yeah,
easily.
anytime.
yeah. But there's like not going to be a gap longer than 5 seconds where a car isn't coming.
Yeah.
So we were sitting there. He had to walk all the way down it, and then turn around and come back. And then by then, the food that he ordered would be done, and he could eat it at this bar or whatever.
Mhm.
And that was basically it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, he had to hold a sign too that said, "I'm bad at fantasy football."
Yeah. So our loser wasn't too keen on doing this.
No, it took us so long to do it because we were playing spike ball with a whole bunch of guys one of the times, and then me and another guy were like, all right, like we can bait him into like going to Sydney with us and like getting it. And I'm pretty sure someone like mentioned it to him, so he already didn't want to go. So we're like, all right, we're just gonna go get ice cream. Like he's like, and then you guys are just gonna go to Goodwill after too. We're like, no, we promise. We'll just go get ice cream and it'll be fine. And he got in his car and he's about to drive away. And then I like drive and block him off so he can't leave. And he's like, fine, I'll go. As long as we don't go to Goodwill. We're like, nah, we're not gonna go to Goodwill. We're just getting ice cream. So we do go get ice cream first, and we're sitting there, and I'm driving, so we're about to leave. I'm like, I wonder if Goodwill's still open. Look up, still open for like another 2 hours. I'm like, I mean, we are in Sydney. It's just across like the town or whatever. He's like, duh, you guys said you weren't. So we go there, and I'm surprised he even came in, honestly. Like, he was not happy at all. He walks in, and we go to the back and see, like, all the dresses. And honestly, he probably wouldn't have even tried it on or anything if the two workers did not help us. Because we're sitting back there in the dresses, and the two workers are like, should we be concerned about a bunch of high school guys in the like girls dress section? We're like, oh no, he's just got a fantasy football punishment or whatever. She's like, what is it with all you guys from the same town coming here and doing like getting some weird stuff every year for like punishments or something? We're like, must just be our thing, I guess. And so they find him the biggest dress. And they're like, oh, you got to try this on. You got to try this on.
So he's a bigger dude.
Yeah, he's bigger. And so he goes in there. While he's going in there, they're trying to give us like high heels and like purses and stuff. Like they're going all out for this. We're like, oh no, we just need the dress and stuff. And he went there and changed. And at first, he'd even put it on. Like he's like, oh, it doesn't fit. And Jason's like, nah, I'm coming in with you. I'll put this on you. So he goes in there, and Wes finally puts it on, and he comes out, and it kind of fits. It fits enough.
It was kind of tight.
Yeah, it was tight.
Yeah.
It fit enough. And then it was only $6, so I mean, kind of a steal. So we buy it and come back, and then
Steal? I would have wore that to prom.
yeah.
It was a beautiful
Honestly.
dress.
And then so we come back, and honestly, I thought we were just gonna buy it, and I didn't think he was ever gonna wear it. Cause then what? How long ago that was that? Probably what, a month and a half from when we bought the dress, something like that. So then we all planned out together on a group chat that we're gonna get him to the bar, and like actually get him like peer pressure him basically to do it. And so we went.
Its girlfriend too.
Yeah. So we went kayaking earlier in the day with like 4 other people, and we're like, all right, we just got to get him to come to the bar later, and it shouldn't be that hard. So
he had no idea too. Like this was all like, yo, we're just Because Jason kept telling me, he's like, if you guys make the sign and be at the bar,
we will get him there.
I can get him there. I can get him there. Or he won't know. Well, he'll just think we're getting food or whatever. And we're like, all right. So we planned it out. We were all gonna be there at 4:45.
And I don't know how he did not know. Like, how do you know?
The funniest part is like, we were all there.
Yeah, he did put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. It took him forever.
Yeah.
So we're kayaking. At the end, I'm like, hey, do you guys like? I didn't bring up the bar at first. I'm like, hey, we should go get Culver's because I know he hates Culver's, so he's gonna say no. So I'm like, so he's like, no, I don't want to go there. Yep. I'm like, oh, this place has half price pizza and wings tonight. Which they did not.
But mind you, this was at like 3:30.
Yeah, this was at 3:30 because we didn't know how long kayaking was gonna take.
Yeah. So, and then Jason, who was like, he kind of was like, he started setting up this little scandalous prank to get in there. He's like, we just ended kayaking. We're going to go to Owl's in 5 minutes. And we weren't planning there to be there for like another hour and a half. Because we wanted everyone who was in the league to be there. So they could.
And me and Isaiah had just started on the sign, like kind of just got the cardboard together and the Sharpies, and we're kind of sketching some things out. And we're like, no way. We're not going to be able to be ready by then.
We're like, you better stall or something.
Yeah, so we ended up doing that because we just played cornhole for an hour and a half, and we finished our last game like right before. We're like, all right, we're gonna get there.
And didn't you and Jason purposely stall and like try to make the game go on
keep
longer?
the game
No, we didn't. We're just bad. We're just bad.
Jason was saying that.
Jason was trying to cover it. He was like, yeah, me and Trey planned it out. Well, that's why we were purposely being bad to make it take longer.
No, there's no way. We got in the car, and it's just me and him driving there. And he's like, yeah, I just stalled in the game to make it take longer. I'm like, really? He's like, no, we're just bad. I'm like, you're not wrong. But then when we got there what, like 5 minutes before probably, because we told you guys to be there at 4:45, and we got there like
because we all kind of got there a little bit late.
Yeah, you guys got there fine.
Yeah,
it was just
Lucas.
It was just Lucas.
Lucas, it was hilarious. I see Lucas pull up, and I'm like, oh, there's Lucas. And
That's
then
the
right
last person.
behind him comes in Wes and Trey driving, and then I'm like,
And wasn't Wes driving too?
Yeah, Wes was driving himself.
That's why I was worried, because Wes was by himself too, right?
He had his girlfriend with him.
Okay,
but
I thought he was just going to bang. Whoop.
It turned around.
yeah, because like once I know, I'm thinking of if I'm Wes and I lost,
You put it
we
together.
have the dress. He knows what the punishment is at this bar. He sees Lucas there, which Lucas doesn't just go there, just to go there that much.
Yeah.
He sees Lucas there, who is in our fantasy football league.
You think he put 2 and 2 together?
At that point, I'm
And then-
whipping the car in reverse and scooting out of
And then
there.
he's that far. And then he's walking up. Me, Devin, and Isaiah are sitting on the deck. And Wes is just like, oh, you guys getting some food before your podcast? And we're like,
Yeah.
Sort
At this
of.
point, we probably have like 7 out of the 11 people, or 12, 8, whatever, people who did the league sitting there.
And then Luke Geisey walks up.
Yeah, the other host. And we were all sitting there, all just staring at Wes. And he's like, you guys are getting food too?
Yeah.
I'm like, Wes, do you not realize what's about to happen?
Yeah.
It's like,
So Wes is
And
standing
then-
here on like against the railing of the deck. We all have a semicircle around him, and he's still like,
Hey guys.
we all eating
And
together.
then who whipped out the dress?
I did.
Yeah,
So-
it was
you
you.
threw it to me.
Yeah, so I go like while they're walking in, it's in my trunk. So I'm trying to like not let him see until he at least walks in. And so I grab out my trunk and you can see him like looking behind him, like seeing like why I'm not coming. But I don't think he saw it all. I get on the steps, I passed it over the railing to one of you guys, so I'd have to walk in with it.
And then it finally clicked. Once he saw the dress and we threw it, we were all staring at Wes with the dress.
Yeah, you got it out of the bag and just
yeah,
started
yeah. And then
like
he's
that
like,
with it.
oh no. And we were all dying. Like, how did it take you this long? How did you not realize? You think all coincidence we just showed up to the same place to get food?
He's holding the dress. Isaiah whips out the sign, hands it to him. Like, there you are, bud.
Oh, it was so funny. And the funniest thing was there was a few local parents who are
Yeah.
parents of other people in your guys'
our
grade.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like known parents around the town or whatever, and they all sit there and they know Wes, and they're all laughing, they're getting pictures, and they're like, yeah, Wes, put on, like, cheering him on.
Everyone loved it. It was so funny.
good. It was so funny. And Wes took it like a champ. Honestly, I
Yeah.
thought it would take more
Peer pressure.
coaxing to get him to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
And it did take a little bit. Like, he wasn't just like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
he-
we sat down, ordered our food, and once we got our order in, we're like, all right, Wes.
Yeah, we had to urge him
It is
pretty
time.
good. We were all sitting there, and then he got up and he put the dress on. We tried to get him so he would take his shirt off too, so he would just be wearing the dress. But then we were like, nah, we won't do it too bad. But once he got the dress on and he got the sign, he took it like a champ. He's like, all right, let's go. We walked
Yeah.
right through the bar, straight out front, started walking down
It
the
just
street.
took him so long to walk there and back.
know.
Oh my god.
He was taking his time.
Because I remember he asked, when he started walking, he's like, am I allowed to run? And we're like, no, you're not allowed to run.
Yeah, what'd you guys tell? He
And
wouldn't
then-
have anyways.
And then we're like quarter way through, and we're like, all right, let's tell him he can run.
And the whole way there, Isaiah was driving and Trey was driving, and we had both 2 carloads full of all the people, and we drove past like 50 times because we would drive past them once, take a turn off in the street, almost make like a loop around, and then go back on the street. And we just kept doing that, like different circles, driving up and down. And if there was no cars behind us, we would go like 2 miles an hour because like, there's no one behind us. We would sit there, just slowly cruise right alongside him, taking pictures, yelling at him, honking,
Videos,
Great time, so funny. Glad we
And
finally got
it was
to do
like people that weren't even involved with it at all were
Yeah.
texting Wes or texting one of
Yeah.
us, be like, what is he
Yeah,
doing?
people would be like, I know, didn't you get a text, or maybe Luke did? He's like, just saw Wes on Main Street. Like, yep, that's it.
I had a lot of people this morning ask me like, "Oh, Wes's football punishment and stuff." Like a lot of people saw it.
Yeah,
Finally.
I know we all posted it on our like private stories and stuff like that, so everyone knew.
We can put a clip in it in episode 2 on
Yeah.
YouTube. I would say
Yeah.
in the front.
We might be able to. Might be a pain, so we might not, but we'll see.
It should be 2, or you can just plug like your phone
I
into
could
a
just post
laptop.
like an Instagram photo of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him-
We'll do something.
I haven't been able to plug my phone into laptops and get photos with it. I don't know why. My
Well, your
phone-
phone's also junk.
Yeah. So maybe someone else can try to do it and drag it onto the SD card. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
if we
get it.
can, we'll throw that in the intro for you guys.
Because it is a pretty funny video to watch.
It is funny.
Yeah, he said during it like it wasn't that bad, which
yeah,
I'm
by the end he was like, "Bro, I actually had a great time. Like I've never smiled harder in my life."
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, I've never smiled for so long in my life.
And like I started thinking about it, I'm like, you know what, he's kind of right. Like I feel like I would do that once you get over the first part where it's like, all right, it's real embarrassing.
It's just funny at
dumb.
that point.
At that point, it's just funny, and it's so fun with us driving by too. It's not like he
Mhm.
was completely alone. Like we were sitting there laughing, and he had a sign which kind of made sense while he was wearing a dress.
Yeah.
Like we said, it probably would have been worse without
Yeah.
the sign.
If he's
Because
just
then people were just like, what is he doing? But other people would really like, oh, fantasy football. Obviously, there's some people who like want to know what that is or doesn't get it. But there's a majority of people would be like, oh, all right,
Makes
that makes
sense.
sense. That's funny. So it was a good time. Yeah, I was surprised at how much he actually like enjoyed it.
Yeah, when we were driving there, I told Jason, I'm like, there's no way he does this. He's just gonna sit there
I thought so.
and stall for the longest time.
I thought so, but he took it like a champ. Because then again, we did also pressure him that no other people would do their punishments until he does
did it,
his.
yeah.
So me and Jake about to get shot paintball for last year, March Madness. This year's March Madness was Luke, right?
Yeah, he lost.
And I think that was really it.
Yeah, so I think overall it went over pretty well.
It also helped in the public setting, like all the parents like coaxing him on and stuff. Like he's not gonna just turn
after we explained it to all the old heads that were sitting around the house. I don't think he would have not done it.
Yeah, because to us he can refuse and just like tell us no, but them he's
Then
just
they're
like,
like,
Yeah.
how? Because like I know
Yeah.
the one.
I mean,
mom
we had
was like,
we had the mayor there. So
was he there?
No.
I mean, I know him, like not personally, but like I know him. I thought he was actually there. I don't know. But I know one of the moms would be like, well, she said, like, Wes, I'm going to call your mom. And then he's like, no, wait till I'm done. Because he didn't want his parents to come.
They took a picture of it, and Wes is like, yeah, wait 1 hour before you text that to my mom.
Yeah. So, good times. Real funny.
I'll show a video to his dad next time I see him. He will laugh so hard at that.
Yeah.
Kimdala.
I think that's about all we got then.
Yeah. So
we'll wrap up this segment.
We'll see you guys in a sec. Also, if it didn't play in the introduction, the video will play right now.
Yeah.
Wes, hold that sign up.
Wes, you have to hold it up.
If nautical nonsense be something you wish,
No.
Something on the deck and flop like a fish. What is it?
yeah, I think it's just jump on the deck and
Jump
flop
on
like
the
a
deck.
fish.
Okay.
So welcome back. Second segment. We're glad to have you guys here today. I'm doing this thing like an intro because I didn't really get to do my true intro at the beginning.
This is Speaking Sporadically, the 55th episode of Speaking Sporadically, Part 2.
Part two.
Part 2.
So we just got done like explaining the whole fantasy punishment for this year, and it might sound kind of odd and contradictory, but we are planning or like kind of making a new punishment system for how we're going to do it.
We
next
were
year.
thinking about it.
Thinking
Like a
about it.
new
It's not
league
set in
setup
stone.
almost.
Yeah, a new league setup. Thinking about it, not set up yet. But it's kind of ironic because we had so much trouble getting done our one punishment this year. But now we're going to. So I guess what we decided to do is we're going to put in 11 punishments, keep 12 guys.
Mm-hmm.
We all agree on these 11 punishments. Then first person's obviously exempt, and we don't even know if we're going to do money. Because, I mean, the first person's exempt from doing any of the other punishments. But then second place gets first pick out of the 11 punishments. And there will be some clearly easy ones and clearly hard ones.
Yeah.
But there'll be a couple that are like, depending on the person, they may pick this one over the other.
Yeah.
So there is a decision factor, and you could either get lucky or kind of get screwed.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you still finish like top half, yours is probably going to be pretty easy.
Yeah, you're chilling, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I was thinking we'd just try to maybe design the 11 or talk through what they could be.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
We could.
cool.
I mean, some of the easier ones would be something like eat a warhead or like something like super
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
Like not bad at all.
Eat 3 warheads.
At the same time.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad.
That's not.
But then
yes.
again, if like you're a person that does not do well with sour stuff, like you hate sour stuff,
Mhm.
like you may not do that, and you may do something else. An idea I had that was hilarious is if you watch SpongeBob, you know the slap train, where the people stand there with their legs spread apart, and then someone crawls through their legs, and as they go by, each person gives them a nice slap.
No, I have not seen that.
You haven't seen
You haven't seen that? It's
It's
iconic.
SpongeBob. It's like 2 miles long. Like it goes over hills. and
It goes off into the horizon. There's like a million
No.
people.
And people like want to do it. Like this dude lines up and he's like, "Let's go!" And he starts crawling, and every person's like, "Tsh, ow, tsh, ow, tsh, ow," and he just slowly goes away into the horizon doing
Yeah.
it. That's hilarious.
That is iconic. Have you never seen SpongeBob?
Yeah, I have. Like as a kid, I watched it, but I can't say I remember that at all.
You don't still watch it?
I never watch TV anymore.
Oh, it's rough.
By the way, before we get into this, the boys had their prom this past weekend.
Yeah.
There's a new photo of them 3. Obviously, me and Luke weren't there,
Mhm.
but they look
Recreated
very
last
spiffy.
year's.
We were looking clean.
Very spiffy. I would bring it closer, but I don't want to throw off the focus, and then
Yeah.
maybe have to like we be fuzzy for the rest of the video. So use your imagination. You can see their outlines there. They look good. Just trust me. But anyway,
Might toss it up on the gram for you guys.
in the gram.
But we were like talking about the punishments, but I feel like we're just coming up with all the harder ones more than
Yeah,
like any
yeah.
easy, because we're all saying stuff like go do a stand-up gig, like half marathon,
Yeah.
whatever, and like what was the other one? Oh, sit outside Walmart, get chained there, and you have to like sit there and what was it? Child support money for or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or someone recommended, or someone mentioned, you have to sit there and let people take cuts of your hair. Like
Yeah.
You give them scissors and they can chop off some of your hair.
Or someone go bald. That would be
Yeah. Yeah, but we can only have like 3 like really hard ones
Mm-hmm.
because
I just want all of them to be so hard because it'd be so funny.
I know it'd be
Then-
funny, but
it would suck. Like if you get second place and you get second place by this much, you know, it'd be like right there, super close.
You
You
have to
did
do-
amazing this year.
you have to do kind of something that kind of sucks.
That would.
Yeah.
I would not be happy.
Yeah. We have to get to like you're not really getting punished until like 10th, 11th, 12th.
Right.
Yeah. which makes sense. It's just funny watching people do punishments.
Yeah.
One Isaiah brought up, I personally like, well, I wouldn't want to do it, but I like it as a punishment, was you blindfold someone and then you put them in the middle of Walmart, and obviously you stay there so they don't like break anything or hurt themselves, but they just have to get out.
Blindfolded.
They have to get out of Walmart.
Be hilarious.
That would be tough.
That would actually be really funny.
Yeah. Another good thing about this method is that we choose to do it is like it would actually matter what place you got, even if you were in the middle.
Yeah.
Because this year a big thing was like,
People stop trying.
if you ain't last, you're basically first. So there was a time where like fourth place was locked in, and like he couldn't get last, you know. And then he was. We were pretty good this year, but there were definitely a few times, like even myself, like I'm already in. I'm not gonna worry about.
You
my
got to a
lineup
spot
or-
where you weren't really playing for the money, nor were you playing for the punishment, so you were kind of just cruising.
Yeah, so then you just wouldn't touch it. But now, until it matters till the very end, because you could easily shift spots. Like this year, we had a really good league. It was real close. One game could easily decide, you know, fourth and fifth the switch. You know,
Or like
usually you could
6th to
tell who
10th
would
or
be a
something.
winner and loser. It's between a couple people. But the middle areas were actually debatable, and you could flip, and you would obviously want that because you could get this a better pick, and you could pick something easier for yourself. So that's I think a really cool thing about it if we do it that way. But I think the hard part is going to be making the punishments,
But
and,
we
like,
also-
fair punishments.
Yeah, then we also talked about doing the $100 down payment for like every person you get it back.
Like a collateral payment or a security deposit.
Yeah, so that everyone will do it. And then
So if they don't do it, then we basically keep their money, so they're out $100. But if they do their punishment, then they just get it back.
Yeah. I mean, there would be a lot of pressure. I mean, the difference between 7th and 5th place could be a lot of your time potentially.
Yeah, a big difference. Especially, like I said, it could depend on the person. Because if we have a couple that are equal, like I know I don't like shots. I hate shots. So if like someone said like get a shot, I would have to be like 11th place to get that. Like that's pretty far at the bottom for me. But like you guys, I don't think you guys have a real fear of them. You'd be like, that's not bad.
But you could also like, hey, I'll give you $20 to do this or something.
Yeah.
Like one of the top guys or one of the higher guys. If you take this away or like if you do this instead of me, like
Yeah.
I'll give you something in return.
That's what, because we mentioned one of the punishments would be a half marathon. And Trey's like, oh, I'd pick that in 3rd. Because he wants to run one, right?
Yeah.
Well, like a half marathon?
Yeah.
No, we already ran half marathon. I'm just saying it wouldn't be that bad. Like if
Trey could.
like
pretty
if someone
easily.
like if someone in one of the last places is like, I'm not gonna do this, I'm like, pay me $150, I'll do the punishment
And
for
we'll
you.
flip right now.
Yeah, we'll
you
flip,
and,
we'll
like,
flip.
Let's say Trey got 2nd. We'll flip, and all you have to do is eat Sprite and bananas.
Yeah.
Ew.
Give me some money and I'll
Brush
do
your
it.
teeth and drink a Mountain Dew.
I've never tried that. Is that bad?
It is bad.
I've heard it's like I heard orange juice is
Orange
bad.
juice. You think orange juice is bad until you drink Mountain
Is
Dew
Mountain
after
Dew
you brush
worse?
your teeth. Yes. Mountain Dew is like,
Well,
because it
yeah.
takes all the flavor away from it, and all you can taste is like, when pretty much like a pop machine's broken and it only gives you the carbonation, and it's super like disgustingly tastes, and it kind of has like the citrus, but it's just citrus and carbonation. That's what it tastes like. No flavor.
I don't drink pops, I have no clue.
Yeah, I haven't done it since I was like 8. I haven't had a pop in, I think, 4 years, maybe 5 years. Gave it up one time for my New Year's resolution, and then I never drank one again.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Because it lasted New Year's all the way to Lent. Then I got through Lent, and I was like, I don't really want one.
Yeah.
No need. Like, I've had one, like kind of like a half sip or a taste,
Do you just
But-
not like it anymore or just no desire?
Don't get it. No desire. It gave me a headache when first time I drank it after like 6 months being off, and I was like, yeah,
Not
no
worth
need
it.
for it. Not worth it.
So I could definitely do without it. It's not like something I'd have, But like I have a pop every once in a while, Good soda.
Yeah.
Consider-
My main
like-
thing is I just get lemonade if I'm going out to like a restaurant or something.
Mhm.
Nice B-dubs lemonade.
This do slap. I will say that.
Slap. My boss said that today, and we were all like, "Hey, a year late."
Keeping
but
up with
yeah.
the times.
Yeah. That's funny. But back to the punishments. What other
So,
ideas we got?
I'm
What
saying-
was one? Oh, what was one? Oh, you guys seen the challenge or drink a 7-Up or Sprite without burping?
Ooh.
That'd be like
tough.
impossible.
It's hard.
That'd
The
be
people
tough.
do it, and like as soon as you're done, they burp a whole bunch. But like it hurts and it's hard. But they
Yeah,
have to
because
sit
you
there.
just be there like,
Yeah, then you have to keep putting it down.
I want to see someone do the stand-up one. Like, that would be so funny if we got one of the people in our league to have to go do a stand-up, get on stage, and all of us are just sitting there.
Thing is, we'd have to find a place.
I mean,
that
there's
stand-up comedy around.
I bet there's more than you would think.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I bet there's plenty with a
Because
45
think
minute
about how
drive.
many like places that there's like poetry nights.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
Or like a karaoke night too. If someplace having a karaoke night, you have to,
He has to go
up,
on.
and you have to sing "Hey There, Delilah," and then with a
Dude, I low-key-
full play.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that
That's
either.
not,
I wouldn't mind
that's not a
doing that.
bad one. "Hey There, Delilah" is like a pretty good one because everyone else will sing with you.
For the stand-up one, you'd be like saying whatever joke you want. No one would be laughing.
When we
I
were
feel
going
like.
through these ideas, like another idea that popped in my head was like, and it like can sprout out into a whole bunch of ideas. So like we just impractical joker them, where they go out in public and we tell them like embarrassing or dumb stuff to do, and like obviously we could take any one of their challenges and stuff and just do those. It's like there's a whole bunch of ideas there of embarrassment, really.
So we're saying so many bad ones, but we need easy ones. That's the thing.
Yeah,
'Cause I
that's
wanna-
just gonna be harder. Cause like what's worth doing but still easy.
yeah, which isn't much.
I like to shave your head bald.
That's
I would not want to do that.
No one's allowed to get a haircut the whole fantasy season, and then loser shaves their head bald. Or I guess it's one of the options.
That would be so bad.
I think a funny one and an easy one would be like get a sunburn of something on your chest. Like lay out in the sun, put something on your chest. Like,
You gotta remember these finished up in like November.
Oh yeah.
And we're not pulling another Wes and waiting 5
Yeah.
months.
Yeah. We also talked about the milk mile.
Yeah,
What is that? Is it
it's probably like what you drink of milk,
It's
what is it? How
So
much?
you-
a carton.
Yeah, you drink a carton of milk and then you do 400. Like
well, what's a
lap on track.
carton? Like one of the
You're
little
talking like the
pints you get at
school- the
school.
school
Yeah, like the
ones.
school
Those are
ones.
nothing. This got to be way more.
Yeah,
than
I would
that.
step it up. I would do what's this? 20 ounces. I'd probably do 10 ounces, a standard cup. Like
Probably
a
more.
Probably
kitchen
more
mug.
Like do like a 12 ounce. That's a normal
Like,
pot can.
Like a
You guys might have different opinions, but I hate chugging milk.
Oh, okay, I'm
we
opposite.
did a milk chugging competition for FFA week at school, and it was a relay race, right? So you chug, put it down, the next person can start chug their milk. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it because everyone's doing it, and we're competitive. And I have a good chug, slam this milk, and then I mean we won because it was seniors versus juniors, and then now we're kind of like sitting around laughing. And as more time passes, I'm like, man, I'm not feeling too good. That milk ain't sitting right at all. And like, you talked to Isaiah about this too. I remember looking at him during we had AP Calc tribe time, and I just remember looking back at him. I'm like, is that milk sitting right with you? He's like, oh, no, it ain't sitting right at all.
Probably had old milk. Are you a milk drinker?
I'm not a milk drinker. That's why.
I inhale milk.
Yeah.
Chocolate milk mainly. Because this is actually, I don't know if I've told this before, but there's a story where I was bulking up for football. And I said I love chocolate milk, and chocolate milk's really good for bulking up. And my mom's like, I can get you a whole bunch of chocolate milk if you want me. Just let me know. I'm like, do it. And now, like, every time it's a consistent thing. Half of our fridge is like, we probably have, right now, I'd say we probably have 4 half gallons of
yeah,
chocolate
yeah,
milk.
we
we
saw
saw
that.
it.
You had a bunch of chocolate milk in
And
there.
like, it's been great. It's been great. My mom keeps doing it. I keep drinking it. And it's usually like mainly just me. And I will down probably 6 half gallons in a week. Because she probably gets groceries. Week and a half.
That's a lot.
Week and a half to week. Week and a half to week. She gets groceries. And like every time she does, she
Yeah.
probably gets like 5 half
so
gallons of milk.
See, when
But I
we're-
inhale milk.
yeah, when we were going through your fridge and stuff, I opened it up, and first thing you see
we
is
noticed all that chocolate
whole bunch.
milk.
I'm like, oh my gosh, why does he have this much chocolate milk?
And she actually backed down a little bit because I'm out of football now. Because now I just do it for leisure. But
He
when I was
doesn't lift
when I was
anymore.
when I was in football and I was lifting, I literally had a diet. I would drink a half gallon a day. I'd crack those chocolate milks in the morning for breakfast.
I have
lunch,
so like one of the
dinner,
small
at
ones.
night. Yeah, like the same height as a normal gallon. They're
Yeah,
just
but
like a
the-
little
yeah, the-
skinnier.
yeah.
Yeah, the half gallons.
You drink one of those a day.
Yeah, that's a lot. I'd say it's a lot of sugar.
It doesn't have that much sugar in it.
It's probably more than you. I mean, half gallon of anything with a little bit of sugar
Yeah,
turns
you're
into a
right.
lot of sugar.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like I don't like dislike milk. Like I like the taste of it and everything. I just don't find myself drinking it all the time. And I
Yeah.
think it's because I had 2 of those little milk cartons for lunch already, and then we had a 1-foot-long hot dog, like just a massive 1-foot-long hot dog with beans. So
Yeah.
I ate that, and then we do this milk chug relay, and I'm like, all right, I chug it and I feel everything swirling around in my stomach. Oh, it was miserable.
Yeah, I remember you guys at track practice, and you guys look sick. You guys look dead. Then you told me all you ate and drank. I'm like, why did you even come today?
Yeah, it was another funny memory from that. Is they did a second one with less guys participated. I did not participate in the second one, but it was only like 3 guys on each side. And Adam, the Adam we've had on the pod before, he starts going. I don't know what made him laugh, but he laughs, and it's shooting out his nose, his mouth, and like he spit out a mouthful, and then you could tell there's like another mouthful that came out his stomach.
How much milk did you have to chug?
It was like
Was
a
it a
full
lot?
red Solo cup, like
That's not that much though.
like, like
No.
you know those ones that have the nice, like the sturdy red Solo cups that are just massive. Like it was probably 12 to 16 ounces of milk. That's a lot.
Again, I think you guys underestimate, dude. I hound when I have my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, the legendary
Yeah, but
ones.
we're also drinking
I probably
these
drink
things in
3 or
like
4.
We're probably drinking these things in like 5 to 10 seconds. That's a lot of milk into the system.
like it's not hard to drink when you're just like drinking it, but when you start chugging, that's when
Yeah.
it's.
Say, I think I could do pretty well.
Well,
If
it's also
not that
it's also
much.
running. That's a killer.
That again, like I never had like any problems with like milk. Like milk is one of the things
Mm-hmm.
that like. I guess I should say that a lot of stuff, but like I've never had like an upset stomach from
Yeah.
milk. There's been other stuff, like hot foods, obviously. What else? Peanut butter. Oddly enough, if I eat a whole bunch, like I could feel my stomach struggling to try to break it all down. and
Yeah, 'cause
whatnot.
you eat half a container of peanut butter in each sandwich. I wonder why.
But I think I could do a milk mile pretty easy. No cat.
I mean, I'm in no way lactose intolerant, but that hit me different.
It depends.
I
Like
said,
you could do it easy if like you're not like trying to go hard, but if you
Yeah.
like try to run as fast as
Yeah,
you
I
possibly
wouldn't.
can, you will guarantee throw up.
I mean, a mile alone right now in my shape
Would
would
be
be tough.
Yeah, we have a big debate going on in the track team. If you know Luke R, we've had him on.
Regs.
If Rex could beat me in 2 miles, a 2 mile race, I don't know. I don't think it would be close. Like I hate to beef on him, but like that's his event. That's what he runs in track, and
Yeah.
I'm a sprinter. And he did cross and everything. So he's like, yeah, I could smoke you Sherman 2 mile. He's like, you wouldn't even be close. I don't know. I'm confident.
You should have been in 2 mile tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I said I'm
You
gonna
could've
do. I said I'm gonna do it after the season.
Why after season? Just do it right now. I want to see you guys beef the entire season. Just do
I
it.
know.
Just do it.
I want to kind of hold it out so he can have that like
Yeah.
that hill to stand
Or
on.
are you
like,
scared?
He can have his hill. I don't want to go and excavate it.
I know, because at the last track meet, you guys were debating about it, and then you guys both look at me like what my answer is. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to choose.
It all started while he was running at the memorial meet.
Yeah, because
And
we
then-
were all standing there.
Yeah, and then I kind of brought it up, and I was like, it might be close. And I remember Jason. He was like, "Ain't no way Luke is gonna beat anyone." And I'm like, chill, bro, chill. And he's literally running the race at the moment. He's like, ain't no way.
Dude, that's actually, you remind me of a hilarious story. Was it this Tuesday when we were scouts?
Yeah.
So this Tuesday, me and Jason were contacted, and I just wanted to go to the track meet because it was in this town. It was a home meet. I just wanted to go to the track meet because I haven't been to one all season. I did track last year, whatnot, so I wanted to go. And then I texted Jason because Jason's been to a couple, and I'm sure he would want to go and talk to everyone like, hey, you want to go to the track meet? And then he goes, yeah, you want to be scouts or coaches or whatever? I'm like, great idea. So we all planned it out. We each wore khakis. I wore like a pullover, like a quarter zip. That was what it was, like a pullover quarter zip. I wore khakis. I had a hat, sunglasses with a backpack on, and I had I had clipboards from the CYO season too. So I grabbed a clipboard for each of us. We put some papers in there, and I had even a college sweatshirt on. And I was walking around, and it was so funny.
It was funny.
Because we would walk around, and like even people we didn't know from like other schools, we would like say things like. What was one? Like we would like sit there, be sitting there, and then they would walk in front of us, and we'd look at their number and like, 402's trash, and then we'd see them like look back, and we'd like look away and start laughing, or we'd go up to like people like we knew but like weren't from this town, so like they didn't know if we were actually scouts. Like, we would be like,
Yeah.
what's your plans after high school, bro? You want to run some track?
I remember you came up to me and interviewed me.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of people around
Yeah, that
us.
was a funny thing because obviously me and Jacob know each other, but there was a whole bunch of people from other schools that they don't know we know each other. They don't even know I was from this town. They just
Yeah.
thought like, oh, he's an actual scout. And I go up and I go, what's your name, kid? And you're like, Jacob. And I'm like, what's your number? 420. And I'm like, all right, I got my.
Then you're like, height, weight.
Yeah. And I'm like, you got a bench?
Yeah.
I think you said like, yeah, 450. I'm like, all right. I'll keep an eye on you.
Okay.
No, then there's a bunch of people around, so I was like, hey, I'll give you my number too.
Yeah,
kind of looking around. I
And
gave him my
I took his
number.
number. It was so funny. And I could see a few people like around just kind of eye peeping. And then there was another dude from another town that we knew, and we talked to him, and obviously he knew, and he was laughing with us. He knows it's scouts. And then he goes up to another dude from a different town, and he's like, yo, bro. Like, he kind of knew him. Like, they weren't friends, but he's like, yo, bro, I heard there's some scouts here today. He's like, oh, really? Who are they for? And then it's like, I don't know. I just heard they're scouts. And me and Jason are sitting there dying because we know he's basically playing along as we're walking by. And, you know, we always have our head up high. We're walking in the infield with clipboards and backpacks and all this stuff. Oh, it was so funny. It was so good.
That did crack me up because the first time someone pointed it out to me, they're like, Jacob, there's scouts here. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I kind of look along the fence line because they were joking about it. I look along the fence line. I'm scanning. And my eyes catch on Devin and Jason in khaki shorts with clipboards and backpacks
khaki
on.
pants. We had khaki pants.
Khaki pants. Yeah, it was a chilly
Yeah.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Khaki pants.
But no, because Jason came first, and he came to our team camp. We told the one Fetting story, haven't we? With him trying to recruit Luke or whatever. Regs. I can't remember if we did.
I don't know if we did.
I don't know.
If we didn't, we should.
Do you want to
That is
do,
funny.
it like just a quick run through or something?
Yeah, you can give a quick
Give
little
brief
Say-
story, but-
debrief of it.
So basically, he just made a fake Instagram account and like recruited him on his cross country post they posted during the season.
Yeah.
And we think he believed it at first.
Oh, he definitely
definitely
did.
Like that's what
He
we say too, but
denies
he
that
said
he
he
did.
denies. So
Because he named it Fetting University, which I don't think is a university that
Yeah.
exists.
and so
It was
then
just a
he
random
posted
thing.
like 2 pictures. Like
There was a picture of the weight room, and on the bottom right-hand corner, you could see Getty images on it.
and he posted that, and he started recruiting him. So that was a joke going on. And so Jason comes straight into our camp when he first gets here. No one knew he was doing this. So we see him come in. We start cracking up. Goes straight up to Regs, shakes his hand. Hey, Fane University. How you doing, Luke? And like as soon as he reaches like back or after he shakes Luke's hand, grabs hand sanitizer out of his pocket, puts hand sanitizer on, starts wiping his hands. I lost it when he did that. It was so
Oh,
funny.
what was another thing? We were sitting there talking to Regs, and then we had we obviously have this paper we're drawing scratch on, and we would ask him like, "What events do you run?" And he's like, 2 mile, whatever. Me and Jason look at each other, and then we scratch out on our paper, so you can tell we scratched out his name. Basically, we were like, "Thanks," and then we walked away. Oh, it was so funny.
You guys need to do that like bigger meets, like not just like like if you guys went to like a bigger meet that we're at and did that, it would
Yeah.
work so
Go
good.
to all different types of people, like, what's your name, son? And then be like,
They'd actually.
oh man, they get all
But you
nervous.
guys need to you need to get some like BG merch.
Yeah.
You know, like
But you could do that.
Places
Get their
that's
number
good.
and then send them the podcast link.
The Speaking Sporadically track team.
Yeah, but that's not a college at all.
We'll be how do you
Club.
do college? No, college, but like you can go as a, or for indoor, you non-attached, right? Not attached. You can do that.
well then you
makes-
be attached to us.
We'll be a sponsor. You put us on your jersey, but you're not attached. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
No, because that doesn't
And
work.
then next thing you know, we'll have a NASCAR card. Or I guess a NASCAR.
NASCAR car.
Yeah.
Is it a NASCAR car? It's just not a NASCAR. No, yeah, it's definitely. I don't even know what I'm saying.
I feel like it'd
It's
be
definitely a NASCAR
car.
car.
Yeah.
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 That'd be good.
So how did we get here?
I don't know.
We were. I think it was loop back to the fantasy football punishments, right? Yeah, it was the milk mile.
Oh yeah.
It was the milk mile.
How did we even? So we start talking about Milk Mile. You start
But-
talking about your milk.
We were gonna talk about something. You were talking about something before you started talking about Fetting University, and you're like, "I'll just explain it real quick." Or did we already loop back to what?
Yeah, it was a scouting.
Okay,
because
okay.
Jason was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But how did?
Oh yeah, because you talked about when he came up to Luke
Yeah.
and put the hand sanitizer on. That reminds me of the guy from Cat in the Hat, where he shakes someone's hand.
Yeah, I
Give himself
even
some
when
fancy
I
tattoos.
got there, I was a little after Jason. I walk in, obviously in the side portion, and I look over to my right, and I see Jason sitting on like a bleacher all by himself, like at the top one, like this with the clipboard, and he's just sitting there writing. He's like, his full outfit, and I'm like, bro, he looks legit. And I walk over and I like shake his hand. I'm like, Devin, and I told him like Scout, and then whatever. We introduced ourselves. It was so funny. It was good times.
It would be funny. That'd be hilarious. So like regionals. Oh my gosh.
Or just like one of the bigger
Like a
D1,
big
D2
meet.
meets we go to.
If you went to a catering meet.
We definitely have to get some merch of a college that actually has a track team.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Like,
is funny.
Just a bigger college, I would say too.
Yeah, because you can't get in trouble for doing that, can you?
No.
I don't think so. Like pretending to be a scout?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, definitely not.
No, I don't think so.
I wouldn't say so. Yeah,
No,
but
we may get in trouble for going on the infield if they find out we're not
Yeah.
actually scouts. But they're not. No one's really ever that strict on that.
Oh no, usually not. I mean, one of the bigger meets, the Memorial meet, Jason just walked straight in.
Yeah.
Didn't, like he didn't even have to pay or anything. He literally just walked into the
Yeah.
infield too in general and just sat down.
Yeah. If anything, I would just say I'm a coach, like get volunteer coach.
Or just
Volunteer
wear, just wear some of the merch from last year and just say you're an athlete. You
Yeah.
pass off on an athlete pretty easily.
Yeah, I actually could. I still look young.
It's like you just graduated last year.
yeah. Not like you're freshman in college. Hey.
Redskin Award winner.
How to be sophomore? When's your guys' last day?
I have my exam for my in-person class exam is tomorrow, and then that's the last. And then my online courses and stuff have
Shouldn't you be studying,
a
big
couple
man?
more weeks. Man, because here's what it is. Our exam is like 2 parts, and we have one part that's take home where you do a bunch of problems. It's stats, quantum business modeling to be specific, but it's just like stats 2 or 3 or whatever. And it's take home, and that's where you do all your problems, and that's like 150 points. And then you take the in-person class, which is like 50 points.
Oh.
So even
so-
if I tank that and I do well on the
Take home.
take home, I still get like a 75, which obviously isn't good, but in college, C's and D's get degrees. Again, that's not my mentality, Mom. I'm trying. I'll get.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like, why would GPA even matter in college at all?
Doesn't.
Doesn't.
That's
Yeah.
why.
Well, actually, some jobs do ask for your college GPA.
Do
Really?
they?
Yeah.
I feel like they don't. I feel
yeah,
like they
my
don't
mom,
care.
when she applied for a new job, had to go through and find it. For her.
Okay.
Really?
I feel like that's definitely. I guess
Less
I could
common.
see it. It's less common though.
Yeah,
I'd say a
yeah.
little more rare.
It's hit or miss,
Yeah.
but they can do it. They have the right
Yeah.
to say, "Oh, you don't have this on your resume. We'd like to see it."
Yeah. And also, I get a page of notes to bring in because the in-class portion tomorrow is more about like the concepts, like it's questions and multiple choice, and then you,
Memorize.
yeah, like definitions, concepts. So I can do a page of notes that'll help me. So
I mean, it shouldn't be too tough.
no, I'm not too worried. I should be fine. The other grades in that class are fine anyway. That even if I don't do well, I still have a good overall grade. But yeah, a few more weeks with the online stuff, and then I'll be done.
Yeah, because my Edison class ends. I think the final paper's due on the 13th of May.
Yeah, just same. I guess my class is like 2-3 weeks left, something like that.
When does high school end? Because it's usually earlier. Because you guys are
Yeah,
Ours-
13th's our
is the-
last day.
Ours is the 20th. Next
Oh,
month.
yeah, yeah,
A week. I mean, we went in later than you guys too, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, so I have 2 AP exams, and then I'm pretty much done.
Yeah. They should be both pretty easy though. You think?
Not AP physics.
It's gonna be easier than last year's, I'm sure.
The thing about AP physics is like problems are easy, but it's all deriving. It's all getting from this formula and connecting like 4 or 5 concepts to make one big formula
Yeah.
and seeing how a bunch of things intermix.
Do you get like a formula sheet?
Yeah, but it's not really. I would in class. I want to go over our formula sheet and say like, this is what you use all these formulas for, because it doesn't really look how we learned them. Like even though it's not a calc-based class, like every formula has the summation notation, the E shaped thing from calc
Yeah.
has all that, but obviously we never talked about that.
Yeah.
And-
It is.
which is pretty much just it's like a way of saying net
Yeah.
accumulation. Yeah, some
It's
of.
for like variables basically.
Yeah.
If you have like 5 different variables.
Yeah.
You just sum them all, basically.
But from the practice we've been doing, there's hardly any questions that actually give you numbers. It's all like, this is the concept. Here's your. Then you have to understand the concept, pull the formulas, and then make a way to solve for like a specific variable.
That's what you're saying.
So
We'll see, I guess.
I don't know if it'll be that easy. I'm also not that motivated to do it, but I'm getting there.
I bet you'll do fine.
Hope so.
You guys will pass it.
Well, any comments, Trey?
Can't say I do.
Think you're on past your classes?
Should pretty easily at this point, so shouldn't be too difficult.
Trey, hit him with an outro.
We'll see you guys next week we have guests, don't we?
Yeah, we should. Hopefully we'll have a guest
2 new
next week.
faces.
2 new
Yeah.
faces next week.
So we're going to have a pretty crowded cabin then.
Yeah.
Follow the Instagram, speaking_sporadically, and the TikTok, speaking sporadically. We'll see if Luke can post something on the Tik.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably one of the videos of the punishment.
But thanks guys so much for watching. See you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.